Hi, welcome to Next in Design. I'm Mark LaPalm, President of Blue Desert Interiors. Welcome to our very first do-it-yourself project. Were you tired of your old insert with fireplace logs like I was? I'd updated my surround, but I couldn't take looking at them anymore. I wanted something more modern and glam. So I decided to do the fireplace chips that you see here. If you think you're comfortable working inside your fireplace, this is a great do-it-yourself project. There's no gas work to be done. Remember, do it at your own risk. If you're not comfortable, hire a professional to do it. It's not a very expensive project, but it's a really worthwhile one. So let's start at what it used to be. So here we have the original log set for my fireplace. It looks good, but it doesn't really fit my modern style. So what we're gonna do is start by removing everything. We're going to, number one, make sure we didn't use the fireplace the night before, make sure it's cool, and then we're gonna take out the logs, the rack, and the faux embers that are on the bottom. You don't see them here, but you would have them on your fireplace. So the other good preparation is, if you want, get on some gloves, and also get a drop cloth ready on the floor so you can put your logs and rack down on items. You don't want to get in trouble for making a mess of the fireplace. So here we go, let's start by taking that out. So, I now have my logs out. Now you can see the rack, you'd see your fake embers, and you may even actually be able to see your gas burner that's been hiding underneath. So I'm going to take out the rack next. So rack's gone. At this point, take a nice little broom and dustpan, get all those fake embers out and clean it up, sweep all around. So what you'll be left with is your gas burner. And now we need to do a little bit more cleaning. So you can clean the flue, the walls, and the chain. The first thing is, if you haven't cleaned your flue in a while, get it done now or before you start the project so that when you go to put in your fiberglass chips, that you don't get dirty soot on top of it after you have it cleaned. So what you can do is you can wipe down the walls, but they also make something kind of interesting called a soot eraser. It looks like a chalkboard eraser, and you just wipe it on the walls, and it helps to remove some of the soot buildup on the back panel. So between this and the wiping down, it will clean that up very nicely. The next thing you should probably do, since you don't want to have dirty mesh after, is to unhook these, and then take a spray and a bristle brush and wipe these down really well. And you'll really notice the difference. You won't believe how much dust you got off of them. So with that, you can now be on to your next phase of the project, which is to pick the new products that are going in. So here we are at my favorite part of the process, designing. Today you have many options available to you. You can pick from glass chips that are pebbles, that are stones, that are aggregates or beads, and even chips. I chose to go with the chips, and you can generally get the chips in two sizes, 1/2 inch and 1/4 inch. I chose the 1/4 inch because I like the little bit more refined detail of it, a little bit smaller. So the other thing I liked about it is that it also came in an additional reflective quality. So it's an option to have reflective glass. And when you choose glass, it's easy to make a common mistake where you pick a color that exactly matches your surround. And I actually believe that it's better to do something that complements it, so actually it allows the fireplace to be your focal point. So take, for example, the surround here, which is Black Canyon Onyx, and it is caramel and mocha. Well, there is a little bit of gray in it, so I decided to pull out the gray color. And I think it's a beautiful complement to the stone, and it allows my fireplace to stay my focal point. So you do need a lot of the product here. You're going to need, this is about a 30 by 22. I used around 60 pounds of sand and 40 pounds of glass. I would have needed a lot more glass if I hadn't added the sand. The sand is actually less expensive. So you really have two options for sand. You have the natural color, or I was actually able to find black sand. So this gray on top of the black will be very discreet, and I don't have to worry about little sand crystals coming through distracting me. So part of the install is deciding how much sand you need to put in. So you can kind of see I've started putting my sand in here. I want to cover my burner. I covered this higher element here because I don't want that coming through my glass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little bit of glass out, and I'm going to finish covering my sand, okay? So we'll catch up with you in just a couple minutes. So now what I'm going to do is just level out the last little bit here. I've got most of this sand down. I want to come to most of the edge. And I want to cover any other little, like the gas supply is right over there, so I cover that a little bit. But it looks like I'm about ready to put on my glass. So I'll do that next. So you can see I'm just leveling out the glass, and I want to get it right to the edge. And once it sits there, the sand will help hold it too. So just to smooth it out. And you can see by picking the black sand, it really hides any little areas where I might be missing glass. And you can actually use the lines of your fireplace to figure out what level is, which makes it really handy. And that's about it. So I think the next step is to get it lit and see the fire dance. So here we have the final result. A beautiful modern fireplace with fiberglass chips, with the flames dancing above, and the reflective glass was a perfect choice to enhance that even further. So remember, you can do this on your indoor fireplaces, and you can also do this on your fire pits. Have fun with your glass colors and the choice of glass that you pick, and remember to make it your own. Thanks for joining us on our first do-it-yourself project. If you have any other ideas for do-it-yourself projects for us, let us know. Put it in the comments below or shoot us an email. Thanks again for watching Next in Design.